Welcome to all our guests. We will look very carefully at what the Finance Minister has said and try and make sense, most importantly, of whether this will help revive the sagging fortunes of the Indian economy. But first up, let me take you through some of the major announcements made by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman.
You see India again in yellow, positioned comfortably very high. The growth rate still in comparison to many of these countries high, and if anything, even compared to China and the United States, our growth rate is higher than everybody else. So let's just keep that at the back of our mind. In order to encourage investment in the capital market, it has been decided to withdraw the enhanced surcharge levied by the Finance No. 2 Act of 2019, the recent budget time, on long and short-term capital gains arising from transfer of equity or shares and units referred in Section 11A and 111A and 112A respectively. In other words, the enhanced surcharge on FPI goes. This government, even from 2014, has kept reform at the top of the agenda. It's an ongoing process for us. It's not as if in this tenure, post-2019, we've forgotten the reform agenda. Not at all. Reform is a continuous process, and we are treating it as a continuing endeavor. Upfront, we are releasing the 70,000 crores. Upfront, we are releasing the 70,000 crores and additional lending and liquidity to the tune of 5 lakh crores can be made available by providing this upfront capital for the PSPs. This was announced in the budget. We are doing it upfront now. And this will, we are very clear that this will benefit all the corporates, retail borrowers, MSMEs, and small traders as well.
So question number one on this India Today Economists Roundtable: will Nirmala Sitharaman's announcements this evening help revive the sagging fortunes of the Indian economy? And I put this question first to Dr. Sanjeev Ahluwalia.
So, Rahul, I think we should be aware that she has already announced, she has reserved 2 more announcements to come in the next week and the week after. So, we don't have the full picture yet. I think this is just a precursor, and there are one or two good ones here, particularly the fact that the government is not standing on ego, and it is withdrawing the super tax that they also levied on individual or trust-based FPIs, which is a very good thing, because certainly you do need more capital coming into the country. And also the fact that they have done something about the automobile sector, in the sense they
didn't really take into account what the auto sector wanted, but I'll deal with the auto sector separately. Rajiv Dubey, I want big takeaways at the outset. Do you believe that the announcements rolled out today will change the mood around the Indian economy?
I would say no. But there are some good moves. You know, FPI is a good measure before the G7 starts. It's a good move. I think it's going to show up in the stock markets next. In investing in public sector banks, 70,000 crore had already been committed in the last budget. So no great news, except for the fact that it's going to happen upfront, and that 4 lakh. Banks will leverage this to create something like 4 lakh crore or 5 lakh crore of equity. But the question is, who's borrowing? Does anybody want to borrow? Angel tax, most of those have already been announced. The big thing that will make a difference, if at all it is retrospective, is the rate transmission. Now, if we are talking about this rate transmission retrospective from the time.
But can I just explain to our viewers that there was nothing that was said in the press conference which would suggest that the reduction of bank loan interest rates will be with retrospective effect?
There was nothing. That's what I'm saying. So if it's
more likely that it will be from the next monetary policy onwards.
Which means nothing, because there's very little room left now for the bank, for the central bank, maybe another 0.5% at best. I don't think there's 0.5% being passed on when the banks are actually have absorbed 1.5% in the past 4 years, and they have not passed on from 2.6%. Only 1.1% has been passed in the last 4 years.
Okay.
So that's one thing. As far as some engine that will start working is the MSME and those who have been impacted by the GST holdover by the government.